We saw in the previous example how sentences in a story can be ambiguous. For example, buy could have referred to an agent, a conveyance, or a location. This is true not just for prepositions, but is also true of other lexical categories like verbs. In fact, verbs often can have several interpretations. Let us consider the verb take as an example. Take is a very common verb. It has at least these 12 different meanings. Consider, for instance, to medicate. Ashok took an aspirin. Here the meaning is that Ashok took aspirin as a medication. Each of these meanings has a common meaning of take, as we will see in just a minute. But given a sentence in which take occurs, how do we know which of these meanings is intended by the word take? So suppose the input sentence was, my doctor took my blood pressure. The take in this sentence refers to measure and not to any of the others. Let us examine this issue further. So for each of these 12 interpretations of take, we have a frame-like representation. So take 1 to take 12. Each of this frame-like representation specifies the thematic roles that go with that particular meaning of take. So in this particular meaning of take 1, we have an agent and an object. In this meaning of take 12, we have an agent, an article, and a particle, another word that typically occurs with take, which signifies this meaning. So to take off clothes from a body. Let us consider another example of particle. Let us consider take 11. The meaning of this take is to assume control, as in to assume control of a company or to assume control of a country. When the meaning is intended to be to assume control, then take typically occurs with the word over. Take over a company, take over a country. So over then is the particle that signifies this 11th meaning of take. To go deeper into story understanding, consider this simple story, I took the candy from the baby. What is the meaning of the word take here? You and I get this immediately, but how can an AI agent get it? To keep it simple, we have shown here just 9 meanings of take. You could have added the other 3 as well. Although we started with bottom-up processing, we are now going to shift to top-down processing. Because there is something about the background knowledge about candy that we have, which is going to eliminate lots of choices. In particular, we know that candy is not a medicine, so this particular choice goes away. We know that candy is not a quantity, so this choice goes away. Several of these choices disappear because of our background knowledge of candy. Just like some of the constraints came from our background knowledge of the semantic category of candy, other constraints come from our background knowledge of the preposition from. In the table showing prepositions earlier, from referred to a source. These 3 frames do not have anything to do with the source, and therefore we eliminate them. We're left only with this particular frame, which has source in it as required by the preposition from. And thus we decide that the interpretation of took in this particular sentence is to steal from a baby. And thus we infer the correct interpretation of take in this particular sentence. It refers to steal. This is the only frame that is still active.